So, there are many spaces like this in the Indian subcontinent, but there is no comparison to Kailash in terms of its volume and its depth. What our circumstances are, maybe we are not able to decide all the time, but what is the inner atmosphere is determined by us. If you determine this one thing, living peacefully and joyfully is a possibility for everyone. Tell them I'm making I have been offering them, they're too. Can we walk back or we have to ride this? Yes. Ride on this one? We can walk back. Yes. Well, Mount Kailash is a repository of great mystical possibilities. Right from the time of Adiyogi Shiva, many sages and the Buddhas and yogis have deposited their knowledge and knowing there. So, there are many spaces like this in the Indian subcontinent, but there is no comparison to Kailash in terms of its volume and its depth. So, for me, I'm not somebody who needs to go somewhere for my spirituality. If I close my eyes, I'm done. But I wanted people to experience this. That's why we're bringing them not as tourists, but as pilgrims to really experience what Kailash is. And it has become such a profound experience. Year after year, the numbers are increasing. This year, I think we're taking about 1,300 people, which is a large number for any group to go. And in spite of Tibetan border being closed because of the pandemic, we are coming to Limi Valley and viewing Kailash from nearly 40 kilometers away and Manasarovar from approximately 8 kilometers. I hope at least next year it opens up because across the world we have created the longing in people's hearts to see Kailash, to have a darshan of Kailash. It's become so significant. You will be surprised to know that, it's always been on for thousands of years, but just through us, millions of people now want to go to Kailash.
Yes,
It is… I hope that possibility opens up in 2023 for everybody to go there and have darshan. Well, Nepal is a spectacular land and fantastic terrain. We must keep it this way, it's very important because its strength is in its beauty. We should not go like other countries have gone in industrialization. You can run this country purely on tourism if you build the infrastructure. In many ways, if you have to give a context, Nepal can be both, a second Bali in the world and also an Asian Switzerland in the world. It's very much possible. You have everything in place, it just needs a little infrastructure and promotion. If you do that, people can live very well in the mountains with the purity of their lives as it is, but still they can earn much more than just scratching the land for potatoes or whatever else. But if you industrialize, if you go that way, all this will be destroyed. This has happened to many countries. I have seen this happening to many absolutely beautiful places in India. Now they're all simply built up because towns have grown like that, populations have grown. There is a certain beauty, and as time goes by, this beauty will become more and more valuable in the world. People in the world will want to come just to be alone, just to be, undisturbed by technology, automobiles and all these things. People will want that. Everywhere in the world, people want that, and that need is increasing. There are very few nations which can provide that. Nepal is definitely one of them. So, it'll be wonderful if the Nepali people and the government of Nepal plan towards this, that in the next 10 to 15 years' time, you make this into your major destination like Switzerland. See, it's individual choice. This may sound cruel to people, but it's individual choice whether you make this life into a blessing or a struggle. Because human experience is entirely decided from within us. What our circumstances are, maybe we are not able to decide all the time, but what is the inner atmosphere is determined by us. If you determine this one thing, living peacefully and joyfully is a possibility for everyone. So this is the whole fundamental of our work. This is called as inner engineering, where you can make yourself the way you want yourself to be, so that your life, you are the master of your life and your destiny. This is possible for every human being, especially the Nepali youth must understand this. They should not look towards the stars. It is important how we live on this planet. For that, we need to look at what is here. Looking at other planets and other stars, that is not the way to make your life. You must turn inward, dig into the deepest strengths that we have and build a life that we want. So, we must understand we are the makers of our life. Whether we will make it or we will be victims of life, this is the only choice we have. So, let the Nepali youth stand up and
one photo
What do you want? Yeah. Good. Take care of everybody, huh?
Yes, sir.
Nobody should go disappointed, all
Yes,
right?
sir.
Everybody should go happy.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Nepal, you look like Nepali.
एकदम शुद्ध नेपाली जस्तो मान्छे बोल्नु भइदियो भने हाम्रो पहिलो नि
In the city, they all become like this.
अचेल के नि त सर्ट प्यान्ट त लाउँदैन सर्ट प्यान्ट त लाउने हाफ प्यान्ट लगाएन सद्गुरु वान टेक फोटो विथ them?
No, I'm okay. Welcoming also is not fun. Hello.